around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 1017 FM and 1510 AM. W269DL Milwaukee, a Milwaukee Black media company.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the Grapevine. I'm your host, Manan Sabir. This is the Grapevine on the Truth Radio 101.7. And yes, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I hope everybody is excited too, because I'm having, this today I'm gonna be in rare form because we have two guests that are really instrumental in Milwaukee's progress. One guest is quite possibly one of my favorites in Milwaukee. I'm not even saying any names. I should, but not right now. I'm gonna I'll spoil it for y'all. Her name is Donna Gallardo. She's from She Wolf. She's coming in at 3. But first, I have Sean Spruer, the Sean Spruer from Kingdom Prep at 2 p.m. And he's coming to give us the blessing, as he's a marathoner, dad. I think he left corporate America. This is going to be a good one. This is really going to be a good one. So stay locked in. Stay locked in because I'm excited. So this is you on the Truth Radio 101.7. Remember, you can hit me up on the chat. The chat on YouTube. The Truth Radio Milwaukee. The chat is on YouTube. Remember that. You can also call 833-212-1017. And before I begin, we got a message from our sponsor. American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of The Truth. Since 1927, they've been committed to helping families protect what matters most with the right home and auto coverage built around your life. Because when you've worked hard to build something, you want protection that works just as hard for you. That peace of mind means you're free to focus on your goals, your family, and the dreams you're chasing. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance, and you can find them at amfam.com. If you are on your computer, as usual. So I'm excited today. It's 1:00. Well, okay, 1:04. And we're 1:04 Central Time for people that are listening in different parts of the United States, and also for people who are listening in different parts of the world, because I know I have family and friends, especially my homies out in London. Shout out to Amr and the rest of y'all. Kashif, shout out to y'all. We'll hopefully be seeing you really soon. So we're live on air. We're streaming, and I want to bring up something. The government paid scientists to study alcohol, what alcohol is doing to your body. The scientists did their jobs. The results came back, and somebody in government made a phone call. Do y'all believe this? Like, this is crazy. Somebody made a phone call, and they said, and the results of the study disappeared. Actually, this is hot chocolate. It's really good. The results of the study disappeared up until this week. So for some reason, the results were gone. Like, nobody wanted to publish these results. And then all of a sudden, the results come back online, and they released them this week. I don't know why. It's a lot of hokey pokey stuff going on in the government right now. I don't want to dig so far deep into the rabbit hole. I've been in some of the places, into some of the meetings in DC, and it's a lot of backdoor action going on. But here's the results of the study. I guess what they published. The study released independently this week found that health risks go up with just one drink a day. Now listen, health risks go up just with one drink per day. So we could really dig into this. So if you are a drinker, your health risk every time you drink, and we didn't even, take into account, we're not even talking about not just one drink. I think a drink for this particular study is saying one drink, meaning 8 ounces of whatever liquid you are partaking. So, but health risk go up with just one drink per day. I know somebody who was, a casual drinker and wound up with cirrhosis of the liver. And really good friend of mine, if to the family, that was my guy. Wound up with cirrhosis of the liver and ultimately perishing from complications of that disease. And so with just one drink a day, they says even moderate drinking raises the risk of premature death and more than 200 diseases, including heart disease and cancer. In the world of cancer, there are so many cancers. They're almost innumerable. I don't know all of the cancers. There's different types of cancers. The body is so interconnected. The medical world will try to, in some ways, break down the body in parts. So I'll take this from that particular framework. The cancer has there's probably like 100 different types of cancers or more. So if you are a cancer researcher, please call in, hit the chat. We want to have some more conversations around this particular study. Heart disease. So it says more than 200 diseases, including heart disease. So people are dying at a premature rate as this world is going round and round, and people are adhering to their own lifestyle. They are, if you're a drinker, you drinking, and boom, your risk level goes up and up and up. The scientist who led the study says he was told to y'all are not gonna believe this. I said just keep y'all on hold to the end of the end of the segment. The scientist was told to bury it, and he refused. He was told to bury it. So a lot of times when people are, they want to do good by themselves and to the society, they will, but if they are threatened, they will, depending on if the threat is viable, they will have to, adhere to the threat and not do anything. But this scientist went on the ledge and was told to bury it and refused. So this scientist ultimately published the findings. The alcohol industry called the research irretrievably flawed. I wonder why. I wonder why. I absolutely wonder why. How many people are in our community? If you raise your hand, I want to know how many liquor stores are on each corner. If you call in or hit us up on the chat, I want to know how many people can count the amount of liquor stores actually in your district. Now, that's a lot for Milwaukee in particular. And I've been all over the world. I've seen the same exact thing in many urban communities. Our liquor stores, how many liquor stores sit on the corners of our neighborhoods? Like this is a real problem. A real problem, because we should have schools or micro schools on the edges of our on the corners of our neighborhoods. We should have the corner store should be full with fresh fruit and vegetables. Now I know in New York or in some parts of Philadelphia and places on the East Coast, you do have bodegas that have fresh fruit, vegetables, and also they have someone in most of those stores. They are juicing, carrot juice, whatever it is. But if we microscopically look at it from a Milwaukee perspective, a Milwaukee point of view, how many of us are experiencing those experiences when we go to the corner stores? Not many. So we're gonna dig into this after this break. We're gonna pay these bills. Zach, take me away.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended. lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Ooh, that beat right there. This is about power. This is about power. The beer lobby had more influence over your health guidelines than your own doctor. But what? That's the part. That's the part I want to talk about just a little bit. Is you also have to check your doctor. It's hard to. I used to tell my clients it's hard to have this body like a car. Go to the mechanic. If something wrong with the car, go to the mechanic and then tell the mechanic to figure it out. They have to put it on the diagnostic machine, the whole 9. But you already know what's wrong with your body, right? If you drink and you have a bad morning, or you know you're going to get sick, throw up, so on and so forth, listen to the body. It tells you what to do day in and day out. When you wake and when you sleep, it tells you what to do. So this is about power. The beer lobbyists have more influence. The beer lobbyists have more influence over your health than the doctor. Then we just giving it away. Boom. There you go. I'm gonna go to the spot, hit this drink, and I'll be all right. I'm gonna play a clip real quick. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. This is not a friend of mine, but also a researcher on health. We're gonna listen to the clip and we're gonna dissect it a little bit.
Nowadays, there's a lot of interest in the fact that the immune system is constantly combating cancers that exist in us all the time. Little tumors start growing, the immune system senses inflammation, sends out these incredible cells, these killers, B cells and T cells, and beats them up. Cancers proliferate and take hold and cause serious problems when the proliferation of cells exceeds the immune system's ability to gobble up and remove those cells. There are other mechanisms of regulating cancers, but that's one of the primary ones. And alcohol hits it. Again, it's a 2-hit model. It increases tumor growth and it decreases the sorts of molecules that suppress and combat tumor growth. So again, even low to moderate amounts of alcohol can be problematic for sake of cancers, in particular breast cancers. Nowadays, there's a lot of interest.
Thank you, Zach. It's the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. We know it's a strategy to suppress the research, the healthy research for our folks. It's a strategy. It is a part of smoke screening us in order to keep us suppressed, oppressed, depressed, pressed down, pressed away. It's a strategy. The communities that pay the highest price, the communities that pay the highest price, you know it. The black and brown communities, neighborhoods that are intentionally marketed to for decades. The black and brown communities, you name it. It can be, it could be anybody, like the African Americans in, on the South Side, on the North Side, in Florida, the brown communities. It could be, the native communities. Like if you go to the areas in which the people that are making these world-class, life-changing decisions, if you go to those communities, you're not going to find liquor stores on the corner. You're not going to find the liquor stores with the what is it? The background, you go into the display cabinet and you have mad amounts of cigarettes. You're not going to find that. You are not. You'll find it at the gas station, maybe. And that's a maybe. But you will not find the enormous amounts of liquor stores inside of those communities. That is huge. I'm appalled that we keep suppressing these studies. Washington, of course, I mean, I dare to say this, but I don't care. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Washington, D.C. government officials. Y'all should be really ashamed of yourselves. I'm appalled. Milwaukee, tell me what you think about this research. I'm going to repeat it again. So the government paid scientists to study what alcohol. The government actually paid for this study. The government paid for this study to study what alcohol is doing to your body. The scientists did their job. The scientists was like, all right, cool. We'll do it. I don't know how long the study was. I haven't read the analysis. I just understand that this has been going on for decades. The results came back. Whoever, basically, somebody who was paid by the lobbyists of whatever said alcohol company made a phone call and the results disappeared. Kind of like how those NASA scientists are disappearing. The results was gone. They were gone. And now somebody had the bold, beat on your chest idea to bring those results out. Somebody was like, no, I'm going to bring those results to the forefront. And the alcohol companies wound up saying that the information was irretrievably flawed. Irretrievably flawed. That is that's like, it's so far gone. You know what? They're definitely they've exposed themselves though. When science finally confirmed what it's doing to us, the industry made it disappear. That's a cover-up. Right? Am I wrong? That's a cover-up. And Milwaukee needs to know. Milwaukee needs to know that is a cover-up. And we covered it up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to challenge our local officials, our local officials for whatever you can do. And I don't understand all the laws, bylaws, guidelines, protocols, policies. I'm not the expert, but I am going to challenge our officials to look at cracking down on the amount of liquor we sell in our neighborhoods, because it is affecting us. Not only is it affecting the older generation, the adults, but there are people who are getting away with drinking at a young age, either because they are, and there's probably many different situations and scenarios. You can name it. But it's becoming a problem. There are many kids. You could talk to any sober living facility in the state of Wisconsin, in the nation. I'm real close with one called Samad's House. There are a number of young folks and also adults that are suffering from alcoholism. They're going to schools. They're going to your grade schools right now. 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. They're kids. They're out there, boys and girls, doesn't matter the genre or age. They are going to school and they are addicted. And this is a problem. And where are they getting the liquor from? I mean, it's just like how we say the guns are being dropped in some of the neighborhoods. Boop, just bang, just it's coming from someplace. I got a caller on line 1. We're gonna take a caller for about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go to break. Miss Sandra, make it popping.
Okay. Hi.
What's up, Sandra?
I just want to say hello. I'm listening. You were talking about the alcohol and the detriment it does to your health. And I was thinking now they even got the vape stores now. That's all they put in this city. Vape stores or cell phone stores. We're not capable of getting anything else because we steal and we rob and whatever they call it.
Right.
But they do the same thing out there. They just don't talk about it. They get newsletters. But anyways, now remember when somebody blew the whistle on the cigarette company?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's the same thing. All these chemicals, and they said it was like 400 chemicals in a cigarette.
Yeah.
So how much? What about alcohol? Because our body is chemistry.
That's right.
And we put that stuff in our body, and our body react chemically.
That's right.
And then out here by me, I live next to a liquor store. I'm never going over there because most of the time these stores owned by people from India and all over, not us.
Right.
And they won't pick up. They just let them throw the bottles on the ground and this and that. They won't pick up. They look at us just like, I'm not picking it up.
Right.
But anyways, a lot of kids stand out there. And
yes.
Ask adults to buy alcohol for them.
Yes.
And then they sit out there begging for money. And then they're doing drugs.
Yep.
And this guy know it. And whatever he's doing, he may even be taking the EBT card, whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
No telling what all these people be doing in our neighborhood.
That's right.
But, I just want to say I see it. I'm right here with it, and it makes me mad to watch the young kids give people money to buy them some alcohol.
Who's your older person?
I don't even know. I don't even know because I never really checked it out.
Yeah.
But I think I live in the 7th district.
7th district.
And I really haven't. I should get more active. I know that much. Because I'm the one, I be doing a lot of complaining. But
hey, look, you're not afraid. You're not afraid. There's not one part of you. You can see that you're not afraid.
Yeah, because I lived there all my life. I have a 77. I never saw this city look like this. And you got bricks falling off of churches. Now we had a few churches, and a lot of them got scared, so the churches started moving out of the city, further out.
Right.
But I'm watching all this stuff to cheer, but I just didn't know my husband was real active. And I just did not know this was going on because my parents would never talk.
Right.
Because I went to elementary and everything. My parents were afraid to talk, I think. Because, of the trauma, because they were from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because they were traumatized.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not afraid to talk. I'll find out. I'm not afraid to say
find out.
Because I get sick of them.
Find out and call in. We're gonna put them. We're gonna put them. We're gonna put you guys to. We're gonna put you to work. We're gonna put you to work, Miss Sandra. We're gonna go to break, and we're gonna ask a question before we go to break. Do you trust the government to tell you the truth about what's killing us? Call in 833-212-1017 or hit us in the YouTube chat. Milwaukee, talk to me right now. Do you trust the government to tell you the truth about what's actually killing us? Alcohol dietary guidelines are suppressed. Why are they doing that? Take me away, Zach.
Make your home and family safer by properly getting rid of nasty chemicals and fire hazards. MMSD's Home Hazmat program offers 3 drop-off centers that are open all year long. It's fast and easy. You don't even have to get out of your car. And it's free to visit the drop-off. Lithium-ion batteries, old gas, propane tanks, they take all of that and more. For a list of things you can and cannot bring, locations and hours, go to MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only. No businesses.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back. Do you believe? Do you really believe? Do you trust the government? Do you trust the government to tell you the truth about what's killing us? I don't know. I'm afraid that we are allowing what the government says to direct us, especially when we're talking about suppressing alcohol research. I remember about 25 years ago, I was listening, or I was reading the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and it was a study just like this that came out. It was a small 7-sentence study about alcohol research and the effects of it was on alcohol research and the effects of alcohol, what it does to your body. And it literally said 1 cup of alcohol, especially for women, can hurt them, basically. I forgot the actual words, but 1 cup in their life can activate these traits in which cancer can be sped up and or other diseases. We have a caller on line 1. Charles, let me know. Charles, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, brother? I don't think we gonna ever find that cure for that answer. That's like finding a cure for cancer or AIDS or anything else. If that's the case, we should be knocking all them down like a line of dominoes.
Say more.
I just want to say that piece. I I don't think so though.
You don't think so? You think that
I don't.
in terms of, and do you trust the government? Do you trust the government?
I don't.
Why not?
I don't.
Why not, Charles?
For that very same reason.
Yeah.
Like the Tuskegee Airmen experiment.
Yeah.
Like crack in the 80s. All those were government employees.
Right.
Stuff done by the government to blacks.
Right.
Now all of a sudden they got to change their heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Now they got to change their
But
heart.
I'm at work. I gotta go.
Oh man, hey, tell work. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. Yeah, Charles is right. I think there's a real problem when we are allowing the government to, dictate our health and physical movements. It's a real problem. If we can't think for ourselves, especially when it comes to things that they flood our communities with, if we can't think for ourselves, we're in trouble. We are in big trouble. Muhammad, line, go ahead.
Hey, how we doing, brother?
Brother Muhammad, what's up?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Just wanted to mention how, alcohol was illegal. When they found out how the bootleggers was making so much, the Italians were making so much money, the black communities that were pumping so much money into their communities from alcohol, it was illegal. The government said, okay, we need to learn how to run this. They were working with the Native Americans as well, trading routes. They were making way too much money, and they realized that individuals at all classes, from rich to poor, were getting addicted to this lifestyle, and there was a lot of money and control involved with it.
That's right.
So, this was something that was illegal. So why would they make it illegal? Almost as if they knew what these scientists are now telling us about the bad effects.
Right.
They knew they didn't matter, though. It became with the power and control that they can have with it.
Right.
And, the word alcohol. I'm Muslim. I should never have been drinking. However, I grew up in America. I grew up as a teenager, and we started drinking at an early age.
Yeah.
And it was me, getting older, having my lumps and health issues, and realizing it came from an Arabic word called al-kuhul, meaning mind-altering spirit.
Right.
So, and I always wondered, why was it called spirits? This is something that we shouldn't be placing in our body.
That's right.
And you can go from something that's cheap, like a pop-off, or the stuff that's somewhere was $3 and $4 for the vodka. It tastes like rubbing alcohol. The stuff that were in that $2 that's at your everyday liquor store, ain't the stuff they're putting in the more expensive stuff.
Right.
So it's still bad for you, but they really making it bad for us with all this cheap alcohol.
That's right. And cheap alcohol, and also, other types of alcohol. It could be cheap, it could be expensive. It all is the same exact thing. Muhammad, I appreciate you a lot, my brother. Milwaukee. Let me switch gears, though. Because Milwaukee deserves a moment. Everybody is focused on what's broken in this city. A lot of people. There's a profit in broken. Everybody wants to make money off of somebody being broken. And it's not always the best thing. You don't always have to make that money off of somebody being broke. And I need to tell you what is working. So Milwaukee County celebrated 42.6% decline in overdose deaths. And the data shows for black men between the ages of 18 and 34 had the highest count of overdoses in 2023, okay? Making this community's turnaround especially significant. This is huge. So I want everybody to write this down. I learned about this. There's a resource fair if I'm not mistaken, this Friday, June 12th, for a free resource fair. It's free. Like usually when we say free, people don't come, but it's free, meaning that you should show up at the Martin Luther King Community Center, 1531 West Valete Street. It's from 2 to 5. They're doing Narcan demonstrations and CPR training. So it's interesting that we say that it has CPR training, because if even on most resumes, if you don't have CPR training, that, you know, or if you have CPR training, if you have CPR training, that's a skill set that people want to have, especially in their office, on their workplace, wherever. They want to be able to count on you to be able to work on somebody if an emergency happens. So they also will have mental health resources. It's free, so pass it on. So there's a Narcan demonstration, also CPR training. So make sure you come to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center, 1531 West Valete Street. Milwaukee County DHHS is launching its first ever 1,000 Doors Challenge, partnering with over 20 agencies to bring resources directly to residents near harm reduction vending machines throughout the country, throughout the county. I have to read that. Milwaukee County DHHS, I think that's the Department of Health and Human Services, is launching its first ever 1,000 Doors Challenge. We need to get it. If you work for the Milwaukee County DHHS, please call in or text or hit the chat. So I know you're partnering with over 20 agencies to bring free resources directly to residents near harm reduction vending machines throughout the county. Hit me back. Zach, cue up that video real quick. I want to switch gears for a minute.
Hi, my name is Donna, and I'm the owner of She-Wolf MKE, a women's-only boxing gym here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
With everything that is going on in the world right now, starting my day feeling really strong has been so helpful. So it just makes me feel more resilient for the rest of the day. This is just a period of time, like in society, but then also personally in my life as like a middle-aged woman doing a lot of different things, that I just want to feel strong. And I literally feel like a superhero every time I leave. I just passed my 100th class a couple weeks ago. If you just stick with it, it's really astonishing how, like, in less than a year, you'll see like your own strength and ability grow in really noticeable ways.
She-Wolf began with Donna Gallardo's own love for teaching boxing and introducing women to the sport.
The women were gravitating towards my teaching style and how I came across with the instruction, and that's kind of where I developed a love for working with women and exposing them to the sport.
She-Wolf started in 2021, taking space in various gyms before finding a home in Silver City. The gym now offers classes like traditional boxing, strength and conditioning, jiu-jitsu, youth classes, and self-defense.
As a woman, you always feel like you have to prove yourself to your peers, the men around you, that you belong here, that you are, athletic and competent in your athletic area. When I went to college, I played college softball at an all-women's college, and that's where I learned the empowerment of being in a woman's space, how easy it is to thrive, and that fear of what your peers, how you look, needing to prove yourself is non-existent, because, in a woman's space, you're able to uplift each other and really support each other.
Last week, I had a good experience where
Thanks, Zach.
One of my co-athletes.
Yes, that's just a little taste of what we got going on at 3 o'clock. Donna Gallardo is going to be coming. But before that, we got Sean Spruer. I cannot wait to interview Sean. We're going to take this break and pay these bills. Take me away, Zach.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Want to save money on energy bills? With free tools from We Energies, you're in control. Manage your energy use with easy tips. Earn rebates on home upgrades, calculate your energy use, create savings goals, view and compare bills, and more. With We Energies, the energy info you need is at your fingertips. Save your way at weenergies.com/simple savings or download the app. We Energies. Simple steps, real savings.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, walk them, pet them, and care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture or 50. You can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. There are millions of pets waiting for a best friend just like you. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Woo! That's that like classic rock / Milwaukee alternative / little bit of hip hop beat. It's kind of fire. So I was welcome back to the Grapevine. I'm gonna read a note from our sponsors, baby. Join 101.7 The Truth at Milwaukee's Juneteenth celebration as we honor freedom, culture, achievement, and community. We proudly thank our Juneteenth partners, Educators Credit Union, Molson Coors, Tayback Law, American Family Insurance, and Milwaukee College Prep for making this celebration possible. And the 101.7 The Truth. Now back to what I was gonna talk about. Actually, I'm gonna switch subjects again. Milwaukee. I was reminded this morning that I'm out of shape. Yeah, that's a problem. I was reminded that I'm out of shape. I was talking to my homeboy, and he said it. He works out every morning, and he was sore. And I was like, okay, I gotta come back with something that's even more. I have to come back into shape. But when I come back into shape, I gotta give Milwaukee a different drop, a different view. And I definitely want to interview and have a bunch of trainers on, because I want to know selfishly what do they do to stay in shape. So I have I have a few friends that are they're in shape. They're trainers and all that stuff. So I want to know, like, what are y'all doing to stay in shape? And I was doing some thinking, and I was reminded of this workout. This workout called, what is it called? The the Norwegian 4. It's called the Norwegian 4. Does anybody know about the Norwegian 4? This is how you get in this. I'm telling y'all, this is a whole new ball game when you do this Norwegian 4. Why is it called Norwegian 4? Because the Norwegians, the Nordics, they use this particular training for biking when they would do their, the biking around the circle, the racing bike and stuff like that. They would use this training in order to keep their people in shape and, for them to win races and all that good stuff. So it's a high intensity interval training. Now I'm gonna give y'all the blueprint. I'm gonna give y'all the blueprint. It's 4 intervals of 4 minutes each. So it's four intervals of whatever workout you want to do. For example, it's 4 intervals and it's 4 minutes. So let's say you're doing the leg press. Let's say you're doing the bench press. Let's say you are running at an incline of 15, the 15 incline on the treadmill. Let's say you are doing that, right? Let's say you're doing that. I want people to call in 833-212-1017 because I want to hear your workout routine, but I'm going to continue. Or hit us up on the chat. This is important as we come into our next 2 guests, Sean Spruer and Donna Gallardo, people who won. Sean is a marathoner and Donna is a boxer. I'm going to give you the secret. Y'all want to hear it, right? They said with the Norwegian 4, they said this type of workout helps you. It lasts for weeks, but you have to do it almost regularly. It's 4 minutes, 4 intervals at a 85 to 95% max rate at 3 minutes of active recovery. So, for example, if you are on a fan bike, the Schwinn fan bike, the fan, everybody know about the fan, right? If you're on the Schwinn fan bike at whatever, the Vasa Fitness, Planet Fitness, whatever fitness, if you're on the fan bike or if you're at the fitness in your house and you're doing that, boom, you're doing 4 minutes at almost 100%. And you have to measure it. So you're doing it 4 minutes. And you have to stop at the 4 minute mark and hold for 3 minutes. Just stop. And then you do it again. And then you stop. And then you do it again. And then you stop. And then you do it again. And then you stop. That's your recovery. So you do it 4 times. It's this type of workout helps produce a high level of cardiovascular endurance and helps with your cardiovascular health. So rather than, and I'm not knocking long distance running because long distance running is what you should be doing if you are a long distance runner. If you are a short distance runner, like a sprinter, this type of workout could be a part of your workout. But if you are just a regular person, this workout, and you don't have much time, that's 4 minutes. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 3, that's 4 threes, that's 12. 12 times 16 times 12 is 28. So basically 28 minutes, and you're doing your thing. You are in shape. Now how many days can you do this? You can probably do it every day for a minute. Just try it. Just go. You get on the thing and pop it out for 28 minutes. Most people that I've seen try to do this when they first start out, I'm just give you a word of advice. Word of advice. The people who I seen do it, they were athletes, and some of them had a hard time getting through it. But why not? I'm gonna give it a try. That's just me. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend my 28 minutes per day on that machine and do it. But remember, you can do it with any workout: leg press, bench press, running up a hill for, if it's a mountain. I know some of my people out in Colorado or Cali or, some of my folks in the swamps in Florida. Yeah, I know what y'all get into, chasing them rabbits. Yeah, you can do that too. For 4 minutes max. All right. So that's my workout. I'm gonna hit the chat real quick because the chat's been hitting. Jasmine West says absolutely not. She doesn't trust the government. CTB7. That's probably stands for something. No, I don't trust the government. They lied about everything. Bill Gates said to populate the world, he will start with food and vaccines, and he has been buying up all the farms. That's true. He actually said that. He has been buying up a lot of farms. Then it was paying people to take. Then he was paying people to take the COVID shot. Baybar said nothing is free. Someone TB7 said they've been doing experiments on this for black people. We are really the aliens. We have powers. They know that. That's why everything is a distraction. They put chemicals in the food. Yeah, they put chemicals in the food. You're right. Coming up next, Sean Spruer is going to be in the building, pulling up right now. He should be walking in the door. Sean, if you're listening, walk in that door. Corporate America, the classroom, marathon runner, father, educator of black boys in Milwaukee. That conversation is coming up next. Don't move. We're going to go to break. Take me away, Zach. Let's go.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind.
So
Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Hey, we back in the building with our brother Sean Spruer. This is gonna be a good one. You on the Truth Radio? This is the Grapevine with Manon Sabir. That's me, the man that is in the building right now. Tell me if I'm wrong. Harley Davidson, Rockwell Automation.
Yes, sir.
He walked away from all of that because he decided black boys in Milwaukee needed him, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. First off, I want to say good afternoon, man. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real, it's good to be here. I appreciate the opportunity. But it was sometimes it wasn't about what I wanted. It was about the path that God was leading me on. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
To be in the space that I'm in right now, it's a blessing, brother.
Who are you?
Man, that's a great question. I'm still trying to figure that out, man. Yeah. But Sean Spruer, born and raised Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I come from a beautiful family. Been here almost all my life. You know, God was blessed to be able to go through school here. Graduated from Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Man, Manon, I wasn't your typical dude, man. I wasn't your traditional guy, man. After I graduated, I wasn't ready for school, so I needed to take some time off. Let reality slapped me in my face.
Yeah.
Got slapped in the face hard.
Yeah.
Ended up going back to school, got my degree in finance. So it took some roadblocks getting in the way for me to realize, man, it's a bigger plan for me, you know?
You're a blessing. You're a marathoner.
Yeah, something like that, man. I can't get down on put down as a marathoner, but I'm trying to be a marathoner. I started running quite a bit. It's been like a great release, great joy for me, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like me trying to dig deep, find myself, trying to find ways to be able to get my spirit calm, be in a good place all the time. And running has been pretty significant for me for being able to do that.
Tell me about.
You got it. Is this better?
Yeah. Right. Tell me about your dad.
Man, my dad, Curtis Spruer, is who I'm actually officially named after. Everybody just call me by my middle name, which is Ray Sean. My father, he was a busy man. He wasn't around, you know. So in this place, you know, my father is a phenomenal man. You know, we just all need time to get our priorities together, right?
Yeah.
It took me until I was a grown man to be able to see and understand that. I walked around angry for a while because it's no worse feeling than someone or feeling like nobody wants you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I also realized that maybe God wanted that to happen in my life so that I would appreciate fatherhood and the role that I have now with young men more than I ever have. So my dad is still around. We still, we get a chance to talk from here and there. My grandfather filled a great void for me.
His dad?
No, my mother's father.
Yeah.
So I'm an only child.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. My half sister on my father's side.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it was just me, my mom, my grandparents, and my auntie. So that's how I grew up. And they were there just taking care of me, and they kept their arms wrapped around me.
Yeah.
And they protected me real well. But I think it's what I need to have so I could have an appreciation for all the work that I'm doing right now.
Tell me what you're feeling about young men now.
Yeah, I think it was, Manan, I think it was once you experience having voids in your life, especially as it relates to men in your life.
Yeah.
It created a passion and a desire to be able to make sure that there aren't others who experience what I experienced.
Yeah.
Right. Because I struggle with it, especially being an only child, not having too many other men. My grandfather was phenomenal for me as an example, but he worked so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So a lot had to be figured out. I learned a lot of things the hard way, man.
Yeah.
But I see it all as a blessing these days. So that just, man, put a fuel in me. And it wasn't until my oldest Rayshawn, was born, and I just saw things totally different.
Yeah, he's 22 now.
Oh, man, 24.
24, yeah.
Yeah, he's 24.
Yeah.
My middle, Trey, just turned 21 yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, and then my baby girl, Amaya, she's going to be 19 later this summer. So,
Yeah.
man, it's going a little too fast. But I really, truly believe all those things were put in my life to make me focus and really understand the importance of how I needed to be as a man for them, and as well as for the young men that I serve every single day.
What made you walk away from corporate America?
Yeah, man.
Did you when you graduated, you went straight to Harley?
Yeah, no. So I graduated, and so here's my journey, and I always appreciate sharing it because we think that everybody has to have this specific path. When I did decide to go back, I actually, out of all the schools I went to, as much as I love my universities, MATC treated me like phenomenally.
Yeah,
right?
they're family over there.
They just like changed how I saw things, made me believe in myself in a totally different way. I never saw an honor roll or anything until I got to college. You know what I mean? And you realize the potential that you have. From there, I went out to Hampton University.
Shout out to Hampton.
Man, shout out to them pirates out there, the real
pirates,
HU, real HU. All those Howard folks. Yeah, y'all hear me.
Howard, y'all better call. Man, Howard, y'all better call in. Y'all better take up for Howard.
Yeah, you may want to play that music bit one more time. Yeah, exactly. But I was out there, and it was a phenomenal experience, and I needed, especially for me, graduating from Wisconsin Lutheran.
You need to see the different side of things.
Going predominantly white institution and being able to go out, man, was what I needed. I ended up finishing my last year at UWM. My now wife became pregnant with our oldest, Rayshawn.
Yeah.
So I came home that last year, and it was a year maturity. When I came out, actually my first job, I interned at GE in their financial management program.
Yeah.
And then from there, I graduated, worked a little bit for GE. Then I got a job at Kohl's, out at Kohl's Corporate. It was more in the retail world.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, where I got more experience in financial analysis, but I wanted to dive deeper in analysis. So I ended up over at Harley. For me, Harley was probably one of the best corporate organizations I was worked for.
Yeah.
Everybody's so just deep into the culture there, love the product.
Yeah.
Left there for money.
Yeah.
I went to another global organization, which was Rockwell Automation. I wanted to go up.
Shout out to Rockwell.
Shout out to Rockwell, man.
Milwaukee
Y'all driving, driving past it every day, seeing that Allen Bradley clock off heading to 94.
Yep.
And for me, it became a matter of passion.
Yeah.
I just when you work for a bottom line, it's different when you work in to serve.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just realized in those moments, the money made me happy in the moment, but the long term for what I want to do and wanted to accomplish for myself, what I want to do with my family, how I wanted to show my boys at that time, my 2 sons before my daughter got here, what I wanted them to do and become. It was time to make a change. So actually, Henry Tyson over at St. Marcus Lutheran School, and a good friend of mine that I graduated.
Shout out to Henry.
Shout out to my man Tyson,
Yep.
St. Marcus. It's my family. And my guy Brett Hoff, who was actually assistant principal over at Wisco.
Yeah.
Man, he was still over at St. Marcus at the time, and they're like, "Man, Sprue, what you think about it, man? Why don't you take this leap?" I guess for me, I wanted to create a space where it was more young people who look like me. When I was in corporate finance, I was the youngest and the blackest.
Right.
Wherever I was going.
Yeah.
How do I create a space to create more to have the same opportunity?
Did you feel like you were being a chameleon, or did you feel like you had to step out of your blackness a little bit to be in those spaces?
Without question.
Yeah.
You got to understand, when I was at Harley, I worked in performance consulting. So we used to travel around to different dealerships across the country. We went to Southern, whether it's out South. I had the worst experiences I've ever had going into dealerships, going into Alabama. When we went out to Carolina, still Confederate flags. And they walking in, they seen this young black dude coming in to teach me about financials. So, that was one of the first real slaps in the face where it's like, all right, Sean, you got to realize what you're walking into. You also got to learn how to be able to hold yourself and stand 10 toes in those spaces. So for me, it was about learning how to create a seat at the table and being able to build upon that. So I moved. Rockwell came. They offered more money. Went over, global organization, but it just wasn't satisfying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once I got that call from them to do it, I had the opportunity to build a program to help more young people get in the spaces I was in. I heard the call, man. There was God calling me, man.
When you went to sleep that night, and before the call came in, before you made that leap, before you like that 180, because everybody has that one moment where it's like, man, I'm out of here.
Yes, sir.
When you went to sleep that night and you woke up, what was the feeling when you went to sleep and when you woke up?
Pre-decision or post-decision?
Pre and then post.
Yeah, pre.
Because sometimes
man.
it's bang.
Yeah, brother. Pre, it's kind of a mix of emotions because you're excited because you can feel like something new coming on.
Yeah.
But it was probably one of the most stressful times because, once you go from for-profit to not-for-profit, it's a change of lifestyle.
And it's a cap on the budget.
It's a change of lifestyle. So going back to my wife and being able to explain, which I appreciate, my girl Pam has supported me.
Shout out to Pam.
My girl Pam, man. Like, we all.
A lot of times.
Yeah, man. We all need a rock. And she has been that. And to have the support that I have to make the drastic changes that I did and for her to see and help me to believe in my own vision was instrumental. So I felt comfortable. It was scary, but I was passionate every day. So I enjoyed it. I was excited about it. And the rest has been history. I haven't looked back, man. You think about the money, but I haven't looked back or had a desire for it at all. And that's how I know, man, God helped me to find my true calling.
So you woke up with a bounce in your step?
I tripped and stumbled because the money was going away. But then once I picked myself up, then I learned how to skip, and then it got a little bouncier. You know what I mean? Because it's like you go in, do I want to continue to argue with these grown men about budgets?
Right. Do I still need to go down south and hit that Confederate flag door?
You know what I mean? And continue to try to prove from a corporate standpoint, or can I go back? When I talk to my guys every day at the school, I'm telling them to be able to help. You need to be able to find your passion, man. God has a specific purpose for you.
Yeah.
And to be able to fall into that purpose and be able to start living that creates a whole nother feeling of living. And I'm just grateful for it, brother.
And we'll be back with Sean Sprue on The Truth 101.7. Take me away, Zech.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
At UW-Milwaukee, students don't have to wait until college to start building their future. Roar Ready lets students K through 12th grade join in hands-on programs across campus. From science and tech to arts, sports, and more, students try new things, meet new people, and build skills that matter. Programs are led by UW-Milwaukee faculty, staff, and current students. And it's easy to register online. Get started today at uwm.edu/roarready. UW-Milwaukee. Roar Ready. Your child's future starts here.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Don't settle for a fixer-upper. Build a brand new home with Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity. They partner with first-time buyers to make home ownership possible with little to no down payment and a team that's on your side every step of the way. Even if you're just starting to explore what's possible, they're here to help you take the next step. If your household earns between $55,000 and $90,000 a year, you may qualify. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And we're back with my brother, Sean Spruer.
Yes, sir.
You work with young black men at Kingdom Prep every single day, right?
Every single day, man. Like, I got it, and I love it, and it's extremely intentional.
And talk about intentional. You were intentional about making a transition from St. Marcus.
Yes, sir. Yep. I was over there at St. Marcus about 11 years. Shout out to the main campus at St. Marcus, all the way over to Center Street and everything.
Shout out, man. They making it happen.
Yeah. And
but you started in the basement.
Started in the basement, man. Came over to start a program called the College Prep Center, where I was working. I would have alumni that graduated that were in high school.
Yeah.
And I would have some college students who were willing to volunteer, who wanted to get an education. They would come and work with the students after school. It was a change for me, man, because it was second shift, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you're going to work and your kids are coming home.
Absolutely.
And you coming back home at the end of dinner.
Yeah, man, it kind of messed me up a little bit. And I was worried, like, what that would do to the family dynamic.
Yeah.
But it also opened another door where, you know, I had some autonomy to be able to be a part of some things earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they were able to start coming over to school with me.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually they all end up trickling over. Now,
you can open up the gym, play some basketball.
Man, we could do whatever. We here all night.
Yeah.
We got keys. We could do it how we want.
Yeah.
As we talk about St. Marcus, I'll be remiss to not give a shout out to Highland Community School. All of my kids started at Highland Community School.
Shout out to Highland.
Shout out to Highland, man. And they helped me to have a fantastic transition for my kids to be prepared for when they came over to St. Marcus.
Yeah.
High expectations.
And they had a dope after school program too over there.
Man, right? So to be able to build from being in the basement and going from there, then it went. The more I got engaged in educational advocacy, did a lot of work with Dr. Fuller and his group.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Howard Fuller, the world renowned.
Yes, sir. That's when life changed for me. Actually, Tyson pushed for me to reach out to him and got me connected with him.
Yeah.
Ended up in a fellowship with him where I got to move all across the country just watching Doc and seeing how he moves with about 5 other phenomenal young men and women. And it changed my life, man, and my perspective on how I saw things and the impact that we truly can have in our roles.
Yeah.
So I started bringing the young people with me.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from that piece. Then I ended up in administration, ended up dean of students in our middle school at St. Marcus.
Yeah.
And then it was time to take a leap, man. My man, Xavier Festerling, we were in a master's program together at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
And mind you guys, I'm gonna speak to the audience too, because when you came out of college and you went into corporate, you didn't have any education background to teach in the school.
Absolutely.
But to make the transition and then make another transition and then make another transition, yes,
that
sir,
took
man.
work. Yeah, it took work. It took faith. It took that, that stumbling and picking myself up and keep moving and just keep moving towards the vision. When we were was working with the Center for Urban Teaching over the summer, where I had a chance to really start getting more involved in school leadership over the summers. And then they sponsored me to be able to go and get my master's, went through the program. Kevin was in there. And, man, we just talking about opening this school, man. We wanted to create an opportunity to help so many kids in the city who were just getting rejected from place to place. You got Milwaukee Lutheran High School, they hit capacity. Wisconsin Lutheran High School hitting capacity. Pius, you hitting capacity. How do you create a space so that our kids don't constantly keep hitting these rejections and don't have quality options?
Right.
And even so, depending on this, that's no knock on public schools. I think we cannot function without high-level private parochial schools, charter schools, and public schools.
Yeah. But we also have to have educators that actually educate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without question, and who are passionate about it. So it gave me the opportunity to, we took a leap of faith, man. I took a leap with my man, Kevin, and we started this high school, man. And we made it so that it was for all young men. How do you address the needs of what is going on in the city of Milwaukee and the surrounding areas with our young men around?
We're going to take we usually, when we do these interviews, we take the callers towards the end, but we're going to take a caller now. We're going to switch it up.
I'm all for it, man.
What's up, Terrace?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great.
I just quick statement. I've been listening to you guys, and I just wanted to thank you for taking that plunge and dedicating yourself to our community, to these young black men. A lot of times they don't have fathers or anyone that they can look up to keep them on the right path. And for you to be in corporate America with good jobs, for you to put that to the side and go with your calling. I just wanted to thank you. If you don't hear it enough, I wanted to thank you again. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, Brother
Continue
Terrace.
the good work.
No, man, thank you, man. I really want to say thank you to that, man. A lot of the work we do is like a selfless work, and it's not many pats on the back, man. I don't feel like I deserve all of that, but I do appreciate it, man, because I love what I get a chance to do and the impact that we get to make. And I'm just prayerful that there's going to be more young men who will get to sit in my seat across from this brother right here, sharing their story. That's why we work.
Thank you, Terry.
Exactly, and you're opening that door. So I just want to say that. And I grew up with a father that gave me a good work ethic. But it was hard because I grew up in the early '60s, and I didn't see many men of my color doing things or in leadership roles. So I'm just thankful to have had a father that gave me some work ethics. But what you're doing is much more steps ahead. So, like I said, thank you, and I won't hold you guys up. Have a great day, and God bless you both.
Thank you, Brother Terrace.
Thank you, Brother Terrace.
And can I want to build on that, man. And I do want to give a shout out, man. It's easy for us to walk around, and for me to be angry and mad at the men in life or my father, man. And my father is a great man. I know we fall short in so many areas. But I still have to give him love because I think a lot of the personality and a lot of the good pieces, I think that God has brought into me, I'm blessed to be able to have from my father just as much as from my mother, man. So I'm super grateful.
Man, the fathers are important. We're gonna take one more caller because Blake, we on the line. Yes, Blake. Blake, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's up, Blake?
What's happening, man? How's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
What's up, brother Blake?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Okay, this brother that's on there, you said you work with Highland?
No, I used to. All my kids went through Highland.
My auntie is Patricia Farrington. She just passed.
Miss Pat.
Yeah, that's my auntie, man. Her and my mom was sisters, dude. So I had to call and chime in. I'm gonna leave my number. I'm a teacher myself. I've been with NPS 20 years. I've done rec. I've done Head Start and everything. I want in. I would like to participate.
Hey,
Blake. I want to follow your lead because I heard you say you stepped out on faith, but I just buried my auntie last month, man.
Yeah,
it's missing me to call and meet you.
Hey, brother Blake. Before you go, Manan, I just want to tell him make sure you leave your information. Number one, number two.
I'm gonna do that.
I want you to know that your auntie was extremely instrumental in the lives of all my kids. We made sure all our kids went through Miss Pat.
Dude, they played her voice at the funeral, man, on that song, dude. Man, dude, my teacher granny mom made me the half of the man I am today.
Yeah.
'Cause my mama had her brain surgery, and I became her nurse. My teacher was my voice of reason, and when I was a teacher, when I first started, me and my daughter used to play cans on 24th Street by West Division.
Yes, sir.
She said, you will never be a teacher in my class.
Yes,
and I said, you watch. Next thing you know, my daughter was playing Division III in Iowa Lakes, man.
Yes, sir.
I kept her foot to the thing. Now she's 35 and to be married. And happy and things, man. So I appreciate you, man.
No, man. I appreciate you. And just know, man, like you got Miss Pat was instrumental, man. And I look forward to connecting with you, brother.
Hey, Blake, stay on the line. We're gonna they're gonna take your information, okay?
That's love.
That's cold.
That's love, man. I'm
That's
telling you,
cold.
Miss Pat was who was cold. Miss
Really?
Pat, yeah, Miss Pat used to have me scared when I walked into her classroom. This was all, you know what I'm
You was
saying?
a grown
Kindergarten.
man.
All kindergarten, man. My kids ain't never been more straight than when they were Miss Pat. So you know what I mean?
was at Highland?
Man, Highland. That was at the old building before they moved down.
Yep.
Over there, what's that, off 17th, 19th?
Yeah.
Over there. Man, those were my folks. But those are the folks that got me into educational advocacy. It's a parent-run school. So getting a chance to start to get on the board, and you really start to see education differently. They're a non-instrumentality charter school. So you start seeing and realizing and navigating all the pieces and politics that are involved, how much kids are being impacted. So it started my run at ed advocacy, which led to where I'm at. So Highland was the starter. The one who put me over after was St. Marcus and Dr. Fuller. And, man, here we are right now, man.
Yo, we're gonna come right back because I'm interested in your thoughts about the education gaps in the country.
Absolutely, man.
And
let's dive in.
We're not alone in this educational gap world.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna come right back with Sean Spruer and the Grapevine.
Let's do it.
Woo! This is
let's
fire,
go,
baby.
man. Let's go.
Take me away, Zach.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council. In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Yes, welcome back from the Grapevine. We have Brother Sean Spruer in the building.
Yes, sir.
In the building. I mean, this is a fantastic conversation.
But nah, you finding out all the secrets, man.
I gotta ask about the secret we just was laughing
man.
about,
Go
man.
Go ahead.
You gotta tell the people.
I'm gonna tell my mom and them later. All right, go ahead. Let's go.
Target.
Yeah, man. Target, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. We all have great jobs. One of the best jobs I had.
And everybody gets in trouble.
Yeah, man. We all get in trouble, man.
You know what I'm saying? They come in late. People come in late. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start off by saying,
get written up.
Yeah, mama, grandma. This what happened. So yeah, so it was a great job, man. When I first started, I was at the one on 124th before they did all the renovations. It was an old school Target.
I remember that.
Working in the food court, man. It was love, man. Come up in there, man. People come in. That's when you actually had to cook. It wasn't pre-made stuff.
Yeah.
Me and my man Brian Tucker. We're working over there. Who is one of my guys, man, and we had a great time. I got transferred to the one out in Brown Deer because we ended up moving out that way.
Yeah.
And they gave me, you know what I'm saying? They gave me like some good responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was putting in good hours. You would have thought I was going up in management or something. And man, I think it was right around the time Xbox first came out. And sometimes when things go a little too well, you learn early, man. You got a little greedy, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got myself in a little situation with another coworker of, you know what I mean, putting my hands on stuff I ain't need to be putting my hands on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The discount.
Yeah, it was a discount. Yeah.
It was the 5-finger discount.
It's a 5-finger discount.
Yeah, 5 finger. You need way more than 5 fingers for what I had. But the discount happened, got through, man. And then all of a sudden I came into work one day, man, and they took me upstairs. I'm like, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. And then they had the audacity. Now, I know they did it on purpose, but they walked me out and cussed in front of everybody, man. Like, y'all could have took me to a back door. I know where all the side exits were. Nah, man, they're front and center. End up going to the what was that? I don't know if that was District 4 or something. The one on Silver Spring. End up going there. Then one of the officers was one of my former high school classmates. I'm like, oh, God is just messing with me right now. So what I did was, they assign you to a district attorney. I had to go like to trial for it, all this type of stuff, man. And
the family don't know nothing.
Yeah, well, they know now.
But then they didn't know.
Yeah, man, I used to stand at the door. We used to live off of Medford Ave, just off of like Hampton and Medford. And so the place that we had, man, I used to stand there, man. I used to wait for the mail to get dropped because they send you these blue slips saying when your next date, when you're going to have court, all this type of stuff. And I don't know how I was able to, but I did. But, that was a trial tribulation I needed so bad in my life, man. Just it was a wake up call. It was something to get together, and something that I used to be able to help all the people around me to understand, man, like, appreciate what's in front of you. You know what I mean? Continue to learn to grow. I was in a great space, man. Like, I was well taken care of. I was liked by all the people.
Yeah.
And I let my greed get the best of me for nothing. It's not anything that I end up keeping or holding on to. So I need to experience that. People watching me walk out and then having to see them down the line, and they're like, Spruer, man, were you good? Yeah, I'm solid, man. I'm solid. So I was blessed to be able to go through, man. I had to sit in front of people, in front of a trial of folks. I ended up finding my way up out of that. But I did what I did, man, and
we laughed to keep from crying.
Yeah, man, you already know, man. God put that out there, man.
If your students are listening now, what would you tell them?
Yeah, well, first they gonna give it to me. Yeah. There's summer school going on right now, so they gonna definitely give it to me.
Yeah.
But in the same token, man, one, it's about being able to really allow the lessons in your life to help you to grow and become better, man.
That's
mold you up. Number two, when we as parents and adults say or get at you about things, it's because we truly don't want you to experience the negative things that we've experienced in our life. Right. And that was a real low moment for me, man. And I was worried because things could have went a totally different way. My man Biko and Romel and J-Bone and all of them, man, they checking in all the time.
They
man.
laughed,
what's about to happen?
They laughed at you, but they didn't judge you.
Yeah, but they also knew I was going to end up in a situation like that just because, man,
But they all were in types of situations like that
man.
at one part.
Yeah, we're going to bring Biko out here at some point, man.
Biko, what type of situation you been in?
Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about that later.
Hey, he did like this.
Yeah. All right, my bad. All right, we're going to keep him up out of this.
Keep him out of there.
Yeah, but that's the good
He's
thing.
He's not in the studio.
It's about understanding, man, again, man, it was an obstacle. And how you decide to deal with that obstacle that God puts before you. I talked with my students this week. We've been talking about, are you prepared for when God tells you no?
Yeah.
Right? And I show them a bit by my man Inky, where we talk about, man, we kind of have these expectations for things to go the way we want. But when God tells you no or not at this moment, do you lose faith or do you continue to move on and press on?
Yeah.
And I think that's an important piece that these young people, even us as adults, need to understand, man. Just because the obstacles are thrown our way, it doesn't mean that we lose faith. It doesn't mean that we start hating what God has done for us. It's just, man, he's trying to build us for something bigger and better. And that changed my life and my perspective so much and my appreciation for the things that get put before me. And I had to learn it the hard way. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee I'll never make that same mistake again.
And this is not the only life. So Milwaukee has
shout out to Target though, man.
Shout out to Target, man. You still shop at Target?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was a part of not going there for a little bit, over the course of when we were trying to figure out, man, where they at with things. But it's hard not to go on Target. Yeah. It's hard not, but I stay up out of there because every time you go in, you end up broke coming up out of there.
That's right, man. Yeah. Especially if you got kids and you got to buy blueberries all the time.
What?
Blueberries might as well be a part of the family budget.
Yeah, man. What? I'm just glad that they didn't have no grocery stuff when I was working there too, man. Who knows where I'll be at this point?
Man, you got arrested for stealing watermelon?
Yeah, but
better go to Baylor's.
They was waiting to catch you. You say I could have went on the side of the road or something.
Down
right at Capitol.
Yeah. So Milwaukee has one of the worst education gaps in the country for black children.
Yes, sir.
And you are in that reality. Yeah. You're sitting in it. You're like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But what is actually working?
I mean, what's working, it's a lot that is working in small spaces. The problem I think that has come in is that with all the turmoil that's going on, each child in each community has become a dollar sign. Once that dollar sign come in, you end up in spaces and people involved who don't need to be involved. And that's just me being real about the situation. Mm-hmm. This is a historical thing, man. Mm-hmm. It was, if you ask me, I mean, historically, it was the plan for it to go and happen this way. You can take it back to wherever you want. I always like to start when we go back into the world of busing, right? Yeah. Once we start shutting down our own community schools and the opportunities that were happening within there, and how happy our families were when we did have our own community schools.
You can walk.
you can walk there,
Yeah.
right? You know, the
That was
families
when
that
the
were
uncle was
around.
like, man, I used to walk 1 mile in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
you know, like,
snowstorm.
Snowstorms.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
Biko
me?
still do that. But when he go down to UWM. But look, but you're right though, man.
He walking to a snowstorm.
but Nah, the crazy part is, man, like once that happened, and then the words integration start coming around, and then our kids were being bussed out our communities and put in other spaces.
Yeah.
For the sake of integration, you start to see the breakdown slowly start to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you end up trying to create this fight to create more positive opportunities for our kids in the world of education, we get to the space where we're just like, man, we're just getting moved like pawns on the chessboard, right?
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately what our kids have become. And I think that's why my rush into educational advocacy, it took me realizing that my kid was getting moved. When I was at Highland, being a non-instrumentality charter school.
What does that mean?
So non-instrumentality meaning that the teachers who work at the school do not have to be a part of the union of MPS. So it's under the MPS umbrella, but the teachers do not have to are not a part of the union, which, you know, and then as a charter school, it's not a full MPS, but it's chartered through Milwaukee Public Schools. So you never got treated like a full MPS school. I think the results were appreciated quite a bit. So it's easy to keep that relationship going. But you have to go back every couple years to be able to see if we can come back and receive our charter and continue to be able to work. So I think that work right there just opened my eyes to what the bigger picture of our city really looked like.
Yeah.
And when you take a step back, you know, all this fighting over what we have for the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program, all those things, when you look at the root of what Dr. Fuller and Polly Williams and, you know, all those folks were really
shout
trying
out to Polly Williams.
Right.
Oh, man.
If we look at the core of what they were trying to do, this wasn't about money. This was about creating access for our kids, particularly kids of color in our communities.
Yeah.
And now all of that has been kind of, I don't want to say overtaken, but now you end up with a lot of people who don't come from our spaces, who are engaged in it and making decisions. And I think it's kind of got us in a little bit of the disarray we have, right? So how do we continue as the people who are most being impacted continue to stay involved? And for me, it was getting the young people involved. That's why I started taking them with me whenever I went out, whether it was out with Dr. Fuller when we used to go out, with Bayo and his organization, but just getting them involved in school somehow. And majority of the young people that I work with, one is a teacher with me over at Kingdom Prep right now. One is our lead counselor over at Kingdom Prep right now. Another was a dean of students. You know what I mean? So getting them branched out, you can be involved in education in a lot of different ways besides just being in a classroom.
Yeah.
And getting them that exposure so that they can go in and truly make an impact in other ways is how I saw going and trying to attack it. I can sit up at the top, continue to fight politically, but I chose to roll my sleeves up and get in with these young people, help them to understand, like, this is what you're in the middle of, be able to see things from a 30,000-foot view and figure out what direction they wanted to go to make an impact. I just want you to make an impact.
And we'll be back with Sean Spruer on the Grapevine.
Please come back.
Please come back. We're in the 101.7 Truth FM studios. Take me away, Zach.
Make your home and family safer by properly getting rid of nasty chemicals and fire hazards. MMSD's Home Hazmat program offers 3 drop-off centers that are open all year long. It's fast and easy. You don't even have to get out of your car. And it's free to visit a drop-off. Lithium-ion batteries, old gas, propane tanks, they take all of that and more. For a list of things you can and cannot bring, locations and hours, go to MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only. No businesses.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. We got Sean Spur, and it's such a hot topic of education in Milwaukee. Make sure you all call in 833-212-1017. I might just hog him for myself and
let's go.
Turn off the phone lines.
Yeah, man. No, man. Yeah, we
gonna keep the phone lines open.
Let's keep it rolling.
We don't have much time, but I wanted to talk about in our conversation in the break, white flight.
Yeah.
What does that mean in education?
Yeah,
can you just break it down?
Yeah, so like working in a lot of parochial schools, diversity is a positive in a lot of spaces, and it easily becomes a cliche word.
Mm-hmm.
But the more our kids, who are coming from the city or surrounding areas, trying to get into, what would be considered or what they would consider a good school or good parochial school, it also comes with, it's a double-edged sword because schools will open the doors, but once you start opening the doors too much, it scare families.
Yeah.
Right? You may think just because of the look and is it becoming more hood? Are you worried about it becoming too diverse? So a lot of schools may internally have a tipping point.
Mm.
Once you hit, a third or 30%, 25% diversity, you may start to see families start to leave. A lot of families may start going more public schools out in their area versus coming into these private schools because they're worried about those diversity numbers.
Yeah.
So you end up seeing white flight starting to happen. Typically, if you see white flight start to happen, you may see a lot of schools start picking up on becoming part of the choice program or whatever it is so that they can be able to backfill and be able to fill numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a numbers game at that point and a dollars game.
Mm-hmm.
So white flight, I'm all for diversity in every aspect, but it also has an impact on what I feel what a lot of our kids have access to.
Mm-hmm.
When I say our kids, I mean kids coming from the city, predominantly kids of color.
Yeah.
Because it has a drastic impact. And right now, with the shape and the landscape of where we are educationally, a lot of our kids are coming in maybe from behind, depending on what middle schools and grade elementary schools they're coming from.
Yeah.
So if they come in behind and schools are starting to worry about, now we got to go more remedial. They're not ready for Algebra 1 or geometry. They need pre-algebra or anything like that. I mean, it's a look.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone is looking to come in to be in all AP classes or be a part of what you do, and they know that you have this more maybe considered remedial track,
mm-hmm.
it becomes less of a good look for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword that in reality a lot of schools have to deal with. but I truly believe the ones that are impacted most are our kids who are coming from the city, because that door gets closed. Okay, what other options then become available to you?
Is literacy a issue?
Literacy is more than an issue, right? Literacy is probably the most fundamental issue. Literacy has always been the issue. That's why even going all the way back, the one thing you want to do is not allow Black people to learn how to read and move that way effectively. So, yeah, literacy is a huge issue. We are behind significantly in literacy.
Hey, if you are concerned about education, please call us. 833-212-1017 or hit us up on the chat, 833-212-1017. Please give us a shout, because we're talking literacy, we're talking education, discipline.
Yep.
We're talking Black boys.
That's right.
This is not even a 1 hour conversation.
No, man, it's not, man. We can go a lot of different ways, man. We can start diving into, I come from a space where there was so much, even my girl Sierra over there, like a space where it's no excuses, high expectations.
Right.
And people really having a thorough understanding of where the no excuses model came from, right? And understanding that a lot of that came from things that had nothing to do with people of color, right? It was really coming from a lot of the school shootings that were happening back in the day.
Yeah.
And how do you stop and put in ways of discipline when it came to a lot of those school shootings that were happening?
Yeah.
And that kind of branched off and became what we have now, which is no excuses models, which is all throughout our school, and which is, funny enough, is predominantly all in schools of color.
Yeah.
So like we can go a lot of different directions, man. With all this and how we're impacted, but I mean, it is, man. We're up against a lot.
Yeah.
In our community. So being able to have people who truly have the passion. How do we get more people who look like us, who are getting into the classrooms, who are getting into administration, to be able to support? And we need it all around. I don't mean just what we have going just as, Black folks, but we need us in those spaces more than we can ever start to believe, man. So
are you what does Milwaukee need to do better for its children?
One, we have to stop fighting so much politically. We're fighting so much from that higher level view, and we need boots on the ground, man. Like we need people who will touch base. The hard part is being able to constantly find, especially ones that look like us, Black men who are in the classroom teaching our boys.
Yeah.
That is a significant impact, more than we'll ever realize. I feel good just because I get to move around within the school, but being in a classroom, having them be able to relate, being able to bring a level of content to them, helping them to understand why literacy is important, why math is so important. All these things hits different for someone who you can fully relate to, right? So we need more folks who just really want to create impact in that way. The number two thing that we need, man, is when it comes to philanthropy, right? It's not a lot of like fully Black spaces that are a part of the philanthropic community out here.
Yeah.
Unless you can name more than I can. But I think those two spaces, actually in the classrooms, and people of color who are able to distribute money throughout the community for our schools will make a big difference.
The people who have the money need to be a little bit less selfish. Huh?
Well, and I think it's also about, and it's not a knock, but you just want folks who are just constantly involved, no agendas involved, nothing where you question where like, well, you're not for anything that I'm about in my community, but you want to give money to my community. So you run into those issues a lot in our spaces. So how do we continue to find the integrity that you want and need so that you can really build the programs that you want and need within our schools and for our kids, right?
Yeah.
We're not looking for pity. We're looking for people who really want to see these young men and women be successful in our communities.
Real quick, what's your daily workout routine?
Oh, man. So, man, I'm over. I try to get my Manon on and get my workout on, man. Be up in the gym at least, 3 times a week. I started running. I was running up to 3 days out the week.
Mm-hmm.
What they messed around and did is gave me a road bike. So I've added biking, which is a lot better for my joints. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And so this being able to get on a road bike, I'm out there a lot with my man Fabian.
Shout out to Fabian.
Yeah, my man Faye, man, be having me out there.
Yeah.
And so when I get done here, the other thing that keeps me kind of level all throughout is making sure I go to yoga at least 3 days out the week.
Let me ask you a question. We're at a space where we're these are rapid fire questions.
All right, man. Come on. I'm gonna do the best I can, man. I swing and miss a lot.
You got a family full of athletes, all your kids. Well, at least I know 2 of them are just out
yes,
there.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And I know you can't keep up with them, so you can keep up with these though.
All right. I got you.
Shout out to Pam for keeping up with everybody.
Man, shout out to Pam. She hold it down, y'all.
Yeah,
we got to keep a good one next to us at all times.
Yeah,
she run the show.
That's my partner, man.
Yes, sir.
What teaches more about life, sports or business?
For me, it was sports.
Have you ever thought about running a marathon?
Yes.
You do it. You do marathons.
I will be doing a marathon. I'm gonna do my first half this year, and then I'm working up so that I can do a full next year.
What sport builds the best character?
Which sport? Yeah. I would give that to. You got some of your more fast-paced one. I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
But I'm actually. It's much more mental, so I would say baseball, but football and basketball is so much moving and fast-paced.
Uh-huh.
You got to be quick. You got to be prepared. You don't have time to kind of soak. Baseball, you can be mad a little bit.
Uh-huh.
The other ones, you don't have time to sit and soak, man. We gotta let it go, leave it behind, and be ready for the next
Keep on
one.
moving.
Yes, sir.
If you had to train for one event tomorrow, boxing match, marathon, or Spartan race, what are you choosing?
Marathon.
Could more organized sports help reduce violence in Milwaukee?
Absolutely, but it depends on who's at the head. Unfortunately, everything is becoming saturated and year-round.
Yeah.
So it's kind of taken away from the premise of what we were trying to accomplish. But you have the right people in the right places doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nas or DMX?
Nas.
Jay or Biggie?
Jay.
Snoop or The Far Side?
Far Side. She keeps on passing me by. Come on, I know y'all out there singing it too.
Tell me where Milwaukee can find you.
Man, you can find me. I'm at Kingdom Prep Lutheran High School. I'm at right in the middle of Wauwatosa. I ask you to come out, come see what we have going on. We got 200 young men who continue to grow, and we continue to grow. We want to be at 250 here in the next couple of next year or so, and we need your young men. Come find me there. I'm at. You can find me there, sean.spruer@kplhs.org. I'm there for you. I love to talk, chop it up with anybody, and continue to build with a lot of the folks, whether you call in or not. Let's make it happen.
I'm gonna come out there and we're gonna do some martial arts.
Man, please. Do you know Sensei Hall?
Yeah.
Tom Hall?
Yeah, that's my guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He loved your pops too, man. And you need to come out there, man. You need to make a visit.
I'm coming out there.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We are out of here with Sean Spruer.
Love y'all, man. Appreciate
Hang on
y'all.
tight. We got Donna Gallardo coming from She-Wolf MKE.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, walk them, pet them, and care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture or 50. You can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. There are millions of pets waiting for a best friend just like you. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
You're listening to Milwaukee Black Talk on 101.7 FM.
The Truth.
And 1510 AM. W269DL. Milwaukee. A Milwaukee Black media company.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the Truth Radio Station. I was about to say WKRP. Remember WKRP back in the day, y'all? But it's never mind. The Truth Radio Station 101.7. This is Manas Sabir and the Grapevine, and we are back. I mean, I got a guest in here that is fantastic. She's one of if I had to choose a sister outside the sister that I had and have and some of my other sisters, she'd be my sister, guaranteed. She is my sister. And I really appreciate Donna Gallardo coming through to bless the mic. She's not freestyling, she's just blessing us with her presence. Background on Donna is I'm gonna give a little bit, but I'm gonna let you give the rest.
Okay.
You came up in boxing, long journey. You opened up She-Wolf late October 2024. Mm-hmm. You have a Lioness Academy scholarship-based program for girls, and you build confidence. I done skipped a whole lot, but I'm gonna ask a question. Who are you?
All right. So I'm a girl that grew up on the south side of Milwaukee for over 20 years. And really the person that I am today is essentially the person that I was when I was 12 years old when I started boxing, right? So I started boxing at 12. Mm. And ever since that point, boxing has given me so many gifts in life, and I get to share those gifts with young girls and women today. And so I really value the gift that God has given me to live out my purpose with the work that I do today. I was able to leave my corporate job back in 2024 to start this.
Shout out to corporate, but not shout out to corporate.
Right? Left corporate in 2024 and I built this business from scratch, really.
Yeah.
She Wolf MKE actually started back in 2021, right? So that's when I got my LLC. And in 2024, we opened our doors to young women and girls to walk through the doors and have a space to practice boxing in a safe environment.
You walked into the gym. Why did you walk into the gym at 12? Like, that's such a pivotal age because, you know, your homegirls, they kicking it. They going to the mall, buying Air Force Ones. You know, it's outside of Milwaukee.
Yep.
You walked into the gym. Why?
Well, I wasn't one of the cool kids. I was actually overweight when I was younger. And I used to get bullied for my weight. And so I had like an issue with confidence, and I thought, well, why don't I just start working out, right? And it's not something that my parents were like, hey, let's go get healthy. Let's eat healthy food. Out of nowhere, I just decided, I'm like, hey, I took two of my friends. We went down to the United Community Center, and we walked into the fitness center, and, you know, we were doing a little bit of cardio, maybe some weights.
Y'all just in there playing, huh?
Yeah, right.
And everybody know who owns a gym. You know, when people come in, they just, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that day there ended up being like this big snowstorm, but we walked from my house to the gym. That was about like a 2-mile walk.
Oh.
It was crazy. So, you know, we made the most of that time, right? We were working out, and then on the way out, we took the back stairs from the basement, and that's when I heard the noise of like heavy bags.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna go check it out. So I walk up to the 3rd floor where they have the boxing gym, and I was just impressed with, like, I don't know if it was just the fact that it was really cool to see people like working out and doing boxing. But something inside of me just craved being challenged by something that I didn't know was possible.
Take me back to the smell.
Oh, man.
When you walked into every gym got a smell, but take me back to the smell where you first walked into that boxing, they knocking on the bags, pow, pow, and then you smell it and you're just like, okay, this is real.
Yeah, no, boxing gyms are like the worst smelling gyms around. If you've ever been in one, right?
Yeah.
Like there's that distinct smell. And
yeah.
I'll never forget it.
It's like a little sweat, but a little blood and a little stank. Yeah.
Yep. All of that in the mix. Yep. And you know, like some of the kids are trying to make weight, so even if it's like summertime, like they keep it hot.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like a sauna in there, but yeah, it's super stinky in there.
So you walk in, it's stank, and you fall in love with it.
And I fall in love with it. And you know, back then, you know, I approached the coach, Shorty Acosta.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Shorty. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He ended up being my coach, but you know, initially,
that was my dad's guy, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't too excited to train another girl, because he had at most 2 to 3 girls, right? And he wanted to spend time working with the boys that wanted to take the sport serious, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, not taking no for an answer. So I just kept showing up.
Every day.
Every day until he was like, oh man, all right. Well, do you want to spar? You know, like he just like saw that I was being pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Showing up. And he finally gave me time and he put me in to train with the boys, and one thing led to the other, and 6 months later I find myself in my first fight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So all that time you were training with these boys, and you're in the ring with the boys.
Yes.
And you're fighting these boys.
Yes.
How did that experience change your life? How did it change your experiences in school? Because you came in because you was bullied.
You know, I started losing weight, and it's crazy how that happened because as soon as the summer hit, I was like this new person, right? And so kids started to take notice, like, oh, she means business.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any better, right? I was like, oh, okay, like these kids actually like me now. So I was one of the cool kids now, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think much of it, but it definitely enhanced my confidence in ways that I can't really explain. But I became a whole different person coming from discipline, because boxing, you require a lot of discipline for that sport.
Yeah.
And, just showing up for something that you really love is kind of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And I keep showing up with the same heart for everything that I do.
Your parents said one thing, but what did your grandparents say about this?
Honestly,
because I know grandparents have like a unique perspective about this, about brand new things that their grandchildren are doing.
Yeah.
Like my daughter is in your class, and her grandparents like, oh, okay.
So fun fact, or maybe not so fun. My parents thought I was just going there for fun. They didn't know that I was actually fighting until I was probably 16.
Oh, you were just hiding this.
I was like, yeah.
It's
like
a club.
if we were like traveling for a fight, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and support, right? Like I want to cheer on my friends, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because my mother would not sign those waivers for me to fight. Okay, so I had to forge her signature in a lot of these waivers so that I could fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So you had to win.
I mean, I did. Yes, I did win a few fights.
Yeah.
And I lost some, and that's okay.
So would you come back home with the black eye, or?
I think I would have a few shiners here and there, and I would be like, oh yeah, I was sparring today or something like that. And obviously they didn't like that.
Right.
My dad, actually my stepdad,
yeah,
when he was younger, he used to box too. He used to train. And so I think he enjoyed the idea that I would box, but then you have my mom. So they're like old school Hispanic parents.
Yeah.
And so whatever she said had to be the rule at the house. So if she said no boxing,
it was no boxing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
So you bucked the rules, defied the odds, walked in, forged a signature. You was bullied, not bullied now. Did you have, in this period of time, did you have any fights on the street?
I did not have any fights on the street. I never had a reason to look for fights on the street because that just wasn't my character.
Right.
And I think enough people at school knew that I fought.
Yeah.
In the gym. So people never really picked fights with me, which was great because, I evaded a lot of possible problems with people, So that was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Hey, y'all, we're going to be right back with Donna from She-Wolf MKE. Gallardo, that's why I just gave you a whole nickname. We're going to pay these bills off the Grapevine. Take me away, Zach.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Join Cousins Club Rewards today. Grab your first sub and your next one could be free. After your first qualifying purchase, you'll earn a free sub and start collecting points for free food, exclusive deals, and even Cousins gear. Sign up today. It's fast and easier than ever on the Cousins Subs app. Earn points online, on the app, or in store. However you enjoy Cousins Subs, your rewards are right at your fingertips. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We're back with Donna Gallardo from She-Wolf MKE. She is the owner, founder of She-Wolf Boxing Gym. It's an all-women's boxing gym that houses extraordinary individuals. And tell Milwaukee, Donna, what She-Wolf Milwaukee is. What happens inside of those walls? The sweat. I walk in there sometimes. I smell it too. You know, the women smell better than the guys, but not like that. See, I was trying to pat it.
Oh, so She-Wolf MK is a women's boxing gym. We offer boxing classes, strength and conditioning classes, self-defense, and a youth boxing program. Monday through Saturday. We're there. I think the heart of everything that we do in there is built around empowering women and young girls to foster sisterhood, confidence, and just a wholesome, holistic being about themselves to allow them to better themselves in life, not just in the gym.
What made you start an all-females boxing gym? Like, what was that turning point where you said, you know what, this is for the people who helped shape me?
Yeah, I think the fact that, having my own experiences growing up, boxing's such a male-dominated sport.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it's hard for girls to get the time and the visibility to be able to do hard things like boxing. And sometimes I've actually experienced knowing and learning from women that I've actually trained in the past that they actually never wanted to box because they were so intimidated about going into like a traditional boxing gym.
Yeah.
Because everybody would just, look so hardcore and be like, oh, like they probably don't have time for me, so I don't belong in here.
Yeah.
And that kind of shifted my thinking around what a boxing gym should look like, especially for women.
And you take people from like ground zero, they know nothing, to being in a ring. Like, I'm telling y'all need to look this up. There's a ring inside of this boxing gym. And what blows my mind when you walk into this boxing gym is female run. It's all women. And you don't think that in this world that you'll find women boxing regularly in a boxing gym, but this is a regular occasion. This is what happens.
Absolutely. And so I've actually had a lot of women come through our doors that have become members, even from like day one that we opened our doors, that had never done fitness before. Okay. Like they might have dabbled with some weights here and there, but transitioning into a sport like boxing, they were like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
And these women are still with us to this day, and they can't say enough good things about their experience. And it is just so overwhelmingly positive. It just like fills my heart with gratitude to know that we've created a community like this.
You help women find their voice, find their space inside of your gym, but what does that transformation look like?
I think it looks different for everybody. I know for some women, they've gave me their personal testimonies about their health. And, some women have come in just because they got some diagnosis that wasn't great.
Yeah.
And they wanted to change their health. And so they started showing up to the gym, doing the workouts. And it has shifted their mindset from being complacent about where they were a few months ago to the point of, I can do hard things. And so it changes their entire perspective around something that they didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
And man, it's so crazy to see the relationships form at the gym.
Yeah.
Because women, like you'll hear them like sitting around the table at the gym, and they're just like exchanging stories about their journeys at the gym.
Yeah.
And I tell you, there's nothing better than being in the room listening to it.
Yeah.
And just feeling so grateful for that.
You have women in there who haven't been boxing for decades, maybe a couple months. They jump in the ring and they get that first punch in the face. What is that testimony from them look like?
I think so from what I know from some of the ladies, it's scary, right? It's kind of like a hard, fast shock. Like, oh, okay, I got punched in the face. I think I can handle another one, And so I think it's the adrenaline rush at first that makes people just nervous, about even doing it. And then once they get that first hit, they're like, okay, this isn't so bad. I can do it again.
Yeah.
And then they keep coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
And over and over and over again.
Yes.
I was in there the other day, and it was two of the ladies. They just, the camaraderie was unreal because, they were talking right before the bell rung, and they're practicing. And they get up in the ring. They boom, 3 rounds. And then they jump back out. They're getting some water and they're talking, talking shop.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
That's it. It's about helping each other out, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to make each other better. It's not, nobody in that gym is there for their own specific reasons.
Yeah.
To just individually better themselves as an individual. It's about the collective. Right? And so if I can help you, I'm helping myself. And that's kind of the way that I see it with all of the women at our gym.
Yeah. Do you feel that your domestic violence is a thing? It's a thing. And it's a thing of predator versus prey. Do you feel like you are contributing to the decrease in domestic violence?
100%.
And I know there's stories. We don't have to go into those stories, but they're stories.
Yes.
How does that feel? Man, you're gonna bring tears to my eyes. Don't start again. I'm gonna start crying.
You know, when I say that I'm living out my purpose, like I truly mean that, right? Because I advocate for women's safety.
Yeah.
Through the work that we do at that gym. And to be able to welcome women, knowing their backgrounds, knowing what they've been through, and just giving them a safe space to practice boxing or just even move their bodies is enough to give them meaning to fight back. And not necessarily physically, but mentally and emotionally. Because from my understanding, you know, like when you go through something like that, sexual assault, domestic violence, it's hard, you know, on your mental.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get stuck in that handicap space in their brains where it's like fight or flight all the time. And so we're just really trying to regulate that nervous system.
That's right. What do you say to the woman who's never thrown a punch in her life and she thinks boxing isn't for her?
You're wrong, sister.
And she called you sister, so you better come back home.
No, honest to goodness, I think it's going to be the most awesome thing you ever do. Right? Like you probably never thought that you were that capable of doing something that hard.
Yeah.
And then you step into a boxing gym and you're like, damn, that felt good.
Yes.
Just releasing that stress.
Yes. You created a space in which women weren't allowed in for decades. And how does that experience shape the space that you created?
I think looking at it from just like history, because we are changing the meaning and definition of what women can and can't do so much these days, that it's allowing more women to come out of their shells and dabble into the unknown and what was forbidden for so long, right? It's like, okay, well, I'm going to try it. I may be a little bit nervous, maybe a little bit embarrassed at first.
Yeah.
But because I am in an environment that is so welcoming and is an environment of my own, I think I can do this, right? And so the more women we get coming through our doors to experience that same feeling, I think is essential, right? And it may not stick, right? You may be like a one and done, but at least you got your foot in the door.
That's right.
And at least you got to experience what that looks like.
You know, I walk in to She-Wolf and I feel like the ultimate feminist because I walk in and I'm like, I'm supporting this little girl and all the rest of the little girls that are training and then the women that are training, but I also feel uncomfortable. And I've never felt uncomfortable in the gym, but I feel uncomfortable in the gym because I'm like, man, if I just step over here and I try to tell Sahar something, then it's like the women is like, what are you doing? But I feel that I'm supporting the cause, so I do feel like I'm the ultimate feminist. We're going to come right back with Donna Gallardo. This is the Grapevine. Take me away, Zach.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
At UW Milwaukee, students don't have to wait until college to start building their future. Roar Ready lets students K through 12th grade join in hands-on programs across campus. From science and tech to arts, sports, and more, students try new things, meet new people, and build skills that matter. Programs are led by UW Milwaukee faculty, staff, and current students. And it's easy to register online. Get started today at uwm.edu/roarready. UW Milwaukee. Roar Ready. Your child's future starts here.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Every basketball fan is locked in on the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks, headlined by two stars that are almost polar opposites. For the Knicks is the undersized and crafty guard Jalen Brunson, whose clutch performances in the playoffs have put him in rare air in New York City, alongside Yankees superstar slugger Aaron Judge. Joe Pirello is former chief marketing officer for the city of New York, and he spoke to Bloomberg about how marketable both Brunson and Judge are.
What I can see is they're really good people. If you're going to consider an athlete or a celebrity, the number one thing that matters is their character. I think that both Aaron and Jalen passed those tests.
Brunson also turned down a lot of money, taking a cheaper deal from the New York Knicks to allow them more flexibility to add co-stars to its roster. A selfless gesture that New York fans have eaten up. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Yes, yes, yes. And we're back on the Grapevine in the Truth Nation Radio Studio 101.7 FM. And we have Donna Gallardo from She-Wolf MKE in the building, all female boxing gym. And this is an interesting conversation because I like the gym, not just like it. Like, I don't go to many gyms if I don't like it. I don't go to a gym if I don't like it, period. I don't enter the doors at all. I don't test it out. You're not going to get me in there. October 2024, you get these keys after, remodeling this place. You go in, you take these keys, you turn the door, you turn the knob. You open the door. What's your first thought?
I'm like, wow, this is actually my own space. Like, it was a dream come true. Like, what I had visualized in my dreams about the exact space that I wanted, that's exactly what I walked into.
And now little girls are walking into the space, the next generation, called the Lioness Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the Lioness Academy.
Tell
the world about the Lioness Academy.
The Lioness Academy is our nonprofit arm at She-Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So, I realized that the neighborhood that we're in, Silver City, to be exact, not everybody is able to afford tuition and membership for their children to be able to do extracurriculars.
Yeah.
And so my whole purpose with building out Lioness was to give communities in the underserved neighborhoods an opportunity to bring their girls to try boxing for mental health, for physical health, for overall health.
Yeah.
Right. And so we created this program twice a year. So we kind of build it out in semesters that follow similar school curriculum. And we have the girls apply, or actually their parents apply online to be able to get a scholarship for the program. And so we started this back in 2025. And over 10 to 12 girls have walked in through the program. And they've graduated through their semester. And some of them continue to come, right? It's not just a one and done. We want them to be a repeat, right? We want them to foster and build. We want them to build this into their routine, right? Something that they can't do without. Because I do believe that boxing has the ability to change lives.
It does.
Yes.
What made you decide to make it free?
When I think about 12-year-old Donna, I think about the fact that, you know, my parents didn't really have the means to afford a program for myself. And so I know how many girls could be triumphant in a sport like boxing. And it doesn't have to be boxing, right? It could be soccer, it could be basketball. But I want to expose girls to the opportunity of becoming a leader in anything that they do, right? Outside of school. And I want them to take a healthy and a responsible approach to their lives and what they end up doing outside of school. Because there's so much negativity and just so much noise out in the world today that can distract you from becoming the person that you're meant to be at full potential.
What is the vision for Lioness Academy?
Division?
What is the vision?
So the vision for Lioness is
the ultimate vision.
Yeah. So the ultimate vision is that we are going to become so popular and so well known that we're going to have coaches going to schools, to all public schools, and servicing these girls after school, right? We don't want transportation to be a bottleneck for parents or caretakers to bring the girls, because oftentimes that is the case, right?
Yeah.
And so if we're able to completely remove that obstacle and get into the schools and get in front of them with, you know, no excuses, I think that is really going to make the biggest difference.
You have, how many girls to this day have you affected?
I'm probably going to say about 12 to 15.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's 12 to 15, you know, studious young girls that are dangerous.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
And you want to do the entire city?
I want to do the entire city.
This is the first, I've never heard of a program like this in my life. And I've been a part of a lot of programs, nonprofits. And you took your passion and you turned it into a passion for young girls. How important was that? When you look back, you know, at a 30,000 square foot view, and you know it's, you know, you step back and it's 30 years from now, and you see this program, it's moving through the country. What do you think you'll say to yourself?
I think I would be super honored and just feel like I left my legacy behind. Just knowing that a lot of girls' lives were impacted and that they get to go on in life and do something amazing with themselves, right? Not just go through the motion of every day, but actually doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Right? So somebody that impacted my life greatly is the reason why I'm here today doing the same thing, right? It's not about, just a selfish reason for doing things. It's about impacting the whole. And that's exactly what I want to do for other girls, right? That's what I want to leave them with.
No matter the condition, because, I have a child that has autism, and she's in the class. And what, I call it autism superpower. So she's in the class and she's taking part. And so when she takes part, the special need goes out the window in a lot of ways, and she's just, following the motions with whatever the coach is saying. And I do believe that when it's all said and done, she's going to look back at this experience and use this experience as a mastery an example of mastery to impose that particular mastery on everything else that she does in her life. I remember showing my cousins when they were all in town, just her 1, 2, 3, duck, slip, and she just got it right away. She took to it. And I thought that sometimes as a parent, you're like, is this kid ever gonna get it? But she's so observant, and I'm very happy and excited for you to take this academy and apply it to all girls of all genres. That is amazing. You're a mom. How does that feel when you do that and this?
I feel like I'm setting an example for my children, right? My work ethic, the work that I do, they get to see me leading by example. And I think in turn, it's enhancing their lives in a subtle way.
Yeah.
Without them realizing it. Like, for example, my daughter, 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
I'm at the gym. She sees me on the bike or the treadmill, and she emulates everything that I do. I'll take an example. I was teaching a class, and I had overlap with my husband. He was going to pick her up after, 10 minutes into the class.
The schedule changed.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we'll, get through this. So I was warming up the ladies in the class, and we're going through the stretching. And my daughter is next to me, and she's doing the exact same thing that I'm doing.
What?
And I just thought it was so cute, but also like, how powerful are we as parents to give these children the right tools and examples,
That's real education.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be right back. We're going to take some breaks, or we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Donna Gallardo. This is the Grapevine with Manan Sabir. That's me. Take me away, Zach.
Make your home and family safer by properly getting rid of nasty chemicals and fire hazards. MMSD's Home Hazmat program offers 3 drop-off centers that are open all year long. It's fast and easy. You don't even have to get out of your car. And it's free to visit a drop-off. Lithium-ion batteries, old gas, propane tanks, they take all of that and more. For a list of things you can and cannot bring, locations and hours, go to MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only. No businesses.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
when I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And we're back with Donna from She-Wolf MKE, Milwaukee's all-women's boxing gym. Then you in the Grapevine with Manan Sabir on Truth Radio 101.7 FM. And Donna, we were just talking, and I wanted to hold the question, but I asked anyway. USA Boxing, 20 years old, you're in school, actual university, and you have this fight. You have this fight to save yourself from losing your scholarship in USA Boxing. And not only do you have this particular fight, but this fight is defining. Why was it defining?
I think it was defining because, you know, even though I had a hard time showing up at the gym, I showed up with my heart at that fight. And, you know, that fight was an exhibition fight by, you know, just to start off with, because the girl was 20 pounds heavier than me. But I took it regardless because I had to keep the scholarship, right? So we ended up fighting, and, you know, the first round, I'm feeling her out. She's taller than me. She's about 4 inches taller than me. And I'm getting a little frustrated, right? Because, you know, fighting a taller opponent is always a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
And trying not to wear myself out, right? Because I'm been very spotty at the gym. But we went all 3 rounds, and I think after the first round, I kicked it into gear, and I really applied that tenacity that I had learned from all my years in boxing, and just being a hard worker and showing up for everything that I do 100%.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I ended up taking those last few rounds. And it was a split decision, and I didn't get the decision, but I was okay with that because I showed up and I gave it my all. And I think in life, you know, you have to look at it from every perspective. And as long as you keep showing up 100%, giving it your all, I think that's really what defines every moment.
And that's mastery in itself. Discipline, perseverance, grit, stamina, all of that into one fight gave you the blueprint for the rest of your life.
Yep.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for Donna and She Wolf MKE, please call 833-212-1017. We're going to hit the chat. I'm going to shout out the chat real quick. Let's see. Looney 504, all in the chat. Biko says, good chat. Looney says, fall in love with the stank. That's wild. That's funny. Muhammad E. Amr says, knees are bad. Is boxing okay with that condition? Good afternoon, youngins. Rendition 1 says, one of, if not the greatest truth sayer of all Black truth. Steve Coakley, sometimes Farrakhan. So, knees are bad. Is boxing okay with that condition?
Yes. I've had ladies as young as 65 come into the gym and try it out. They're like, hey, I don't know if this is for me, but I'm going to give it a shot. Right? And so all of our coaches at the gym are experts at modifying movements.
That's right.
Okay, so we really just want to teach you the basics.
Yeah.
So we'll meet you where you're at.
That's beautiful. Where is She Wolf going now? What does the next chapter look like?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. Honestly, you know.
Shout out to the board, your board of directors, or whoever is helping you direct directions.
Thank you.
I know somebody on the board, a couple people.
Okay. You know, our goal is to make a ripple in the city.
Yeah.
Right? And bring in as many women and be able to impact them in positive ways, right?
Yeah.
We're still only just getting started. We're not even 2 years in yet. And we've had over 200 women come into our space.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yes.
2 years and 200 women?
Yet less than 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Y'all, man.
And we haven't even touched.
That's a grain of salt, but that's a lot of people.
Yes. So I'm really proud of that. And more importantly, just the people behind me, my coaches, because they're the heart of everything that we do in there. And I'm just super grateful to have such a leadership team on my side that helps other women build their confidence and develop these skills, because as you know, it's hard to find women that can coach boxing. And I pride myself in having 7 coaches on my staff.
Yeah, you done. Yeah. You got the market sold up over there. You like Nino Brown from New Jack City. You just got it sold up.
That's right.
CUB. For women listening now who are feeling like powerless, they're not necessarily physically, able. What do you say to the person who's powerless?
You have the right to take up space. Use your voice and be powerful. And know that there is space for you in every room that you find yourself in. Don't make yourself small for anybody.
Where can Milwaukee find you? Train with you, support She Wolf. Where can we find you?
So
give it all to the people, man. We got like 4 minutes. Go ahead.
We got our Instagram, She Wolf Women's Boxing.
Yeah.
That's our account for the gym. Our website is shewolfmke.com.
Yeah.
And then we're also located over in Silver City, 3610 West Pierce Street.
Yep.
Over in Milwaukee. Feel free to shoot us an email over at contact@shewolfmke.com if you have any questions about our programming, our hours, anything like that. Shoot us an email.
Please come out to She-Wolf MKE. She-Wolf is going to be a national thing really, really soon. And I do see it from a business perspective. I see it from a spirit perspective. And I know how important you are to this city. I know how important you are to this state. I know how important you are to the country. And you are important to the world. But you are most important in my life. You're very important because you're taking care of my daughter. And I can't say enough about how much of a sister you've been in this last year. And I really appreciate from day one, from minute one, you've been nothing but a class act and a person of faith. And I really appreciate it. So that almost put tears in my eyes because my little one, she's something else. So I'm going to not cry. And I'm going to ask you these rapid fire questions.
Let's go.
Gloves on or here's my rapid fire questions. The name She-Wolf. No. I'm going to get to you. DMX or Nas?
Nas.
Okay. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Alicia Baumgartner or Clarissa Shields?
Damn.
If y'all listening, they gonna hear this. So, and I'm gonna get her in trouble. I had to stop crying.
Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields. Okay. A woman walks into your gym for the first time, scared to death. First thing you say to her?
We got you.
Okay. Salsa or bachata?
Bachata.
Dang. Okay. San Juan, Puerto Rico, or Mexico City?
Mexico City.
Last one. Mom mode or coach mode? Which one is harder?
Mamo.
Woo! All right, y'all. You can find Donna Gallardo at She-Wolf MKE. Look for her all over the world in a few years. She's coming to a household near you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for showing up at the Grapevine.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank y'all. And this is fantastic. This is a dope interview. And you can come back anytime.
Much.
All right, y'all. Take me away, Zach.